Hello, everybody. Welcome to SAP Configuration Chapter 1. So again, to get to the screen, just use this SAP logon to log into the correct server, and then you will have this window here pop up. And if you're there, you're ready to start. So we're going to open up these Chapter 1 general notes. I'm going to read through them. So it's very important to read through the notes to let you know, because it lets you know what you need to do. So here's a table of contents. We're going to be going through, and this chapter is more of how do you navigate the menu. So I'm just going to skim through this. So important symbols are going to be little red. It should be little red arrows tell you what to do. The pencil marks will tell you prompts you need to write down for later. And then another thing that's important right here is whenever you see the pound sign, the double pound sign or hashtag sign, that means you're going to be entering your number. So I am GBI. So when it asks what's your identifier, that's going to be your GBI number. I am GBI 026. So that would be my answer for number one. And for number two, can so my GBI number is GBI-026. So whenever you see these two number signs, it's important for you to associate that with your number. So in this case, that would make me GL and I'm the last two. So it'd be 26. But let's say, for example, you were 01, 001. You just dropped the first zero. So then you'd be GL01. And if you're, let's just say 009, you would be GL09. So you just drop the first zero and just keep the last two numbers. But if you're like 31, it'd just be 31. I hope that makes sense to everybody. So and then already answered what the red arrows mean, already answered what the pencils mean. And if you guys don't know what the answer is, either just look above or look below. You can easily find the answer to these questions. So kind of scrolling down, it's going to tell you what the attribute is, the description, and the data value. So if you look at this right here, well, we'll use this as a better explanation. So attributes, we're going to have attributes such as company codes, and then here it tells you what the company code is. And then again, the data value what that we're going to input. So wherever you see data value, that's going to be things that we input into the SAP Z-axis menu over here. But we'll get through it a little bit. So right now it's asking us a question. For each row of the table, write down the value that you will type into your system input field. You must search for the value, answer the question with search value. So for this, if we look at this, we're looking at this row here, the data value. So keep in mind, whenever we see the double pound sign or hashtag sign, that's going to be our number. So row one is going to be US26, and you use your number. So again, if you're 09 or 03, you'd use whatever number is associated with your username. And double pound sign again. So I'm 26. So here I'm going to put 26 Global Bike Inc. And then going down to row three, Dallas, I'd copy it as is, and then US. So that answers that question there. So I'll let you guys answer these questions because they were already answered up above. So how to log on, where do you start? And then this is kind of telling you how to navigate the easy access menu, which I have on this side right here. So for example, let's wait till we get to a file path. So to answer these questions, you can find the answer up here. You can hit Control F to find it easier, or you can read through the information. So, all right, so whenever you see this where it says navigation, it's going to give you this, and this is called a file path. That's the sequence, I guess, in order of little drop-down menu items you want to follow. So if we're over here, this is SAP menu here. It says we're going to go to logistics. So in the SAP menu, we're going to go to logistics. We're going to find logistics, and we can find logistics right here. So if we click the little arrow here, it's going to open up a drop-down menu, and it usually immediately snaps. So if this was bigger, it'd snap the logistics all the way to the top. We'll see that later. Now we're going to go to Right here it says sales and distributions. So we're going to find it right here. Click the little arrow and then sales. Click it again and then order and then create. And then, so we're looking for that. So to open the folders, you can either double click, so double clicking, or we can just hit, yeah. So to open these, we're just going to double click on them, and that's how we open them. So I'll let you answer these questions. SAP using. So I'm going to keep scrolling down. So it has a new file path here. So again, we can we can follow along. So in the SAP menu, so if you click this little button right here, it'll take you to the main menu. So we're going to go to Tools and then Customization, Imaging, and Execute Project. So that's how we get to that file path. So I'll let you guys answer that question. Oh, so it says, so if we double click on this, we can enter into this spot here. And now it's saying in the customizing execute project. So if we look up here, so whenever it has this italicized name, we're going to be looking at this right here. It's going to be the name of where the folder that we're in. So that's the one way you can double check. So now says click display SAP reference image, which is right here. So you see the little glasses. It's going to be right here. We can click on it. It's going to bring us to this more detailed menu of other stuff we can navigate. So you have now entered the SAP Customization Implementation Guide. So click on the exit button twice. So hitting once brings us back to our previous menu, and hitting again brings us to this easy access menu. Okay, to exit another method. So another method you could use is /n in the command field, which is up here. So if we're going to be up here, we just hit /n and hit enter, and it's the same thing as hitting exit. So now it's asking what /n does. Oh, another thing that you can do to get to this menu here is if you are in the main menu. So I'm just gonna click this, go straight to the main menu. We can type in SPRO as it's saying right here. So in the easy access menu, which is this, type in SPRO and then hit enter. It's going to take us right back to this customizing execute project and straight to the image reference. So using SPRO is going to save us a lot of time because a lot of the customization that takes place in this folder. So I'll let you answer that question. And then let's go back. Or let's use /n to go back. Or you can just hit exit. Well, so it's giving us another file path here. So let's follow it. We're going to hit logistics, sales and distribution, sales and order, and then create. So it wants us to go in. So we're going to double click to enter this. Now it says create sales document. In the create sales order initial screen, enter the following. So now in this screen, it wants us, so the attribute is going to be order type. So the attributes are going to be these things right here to the left of the box where we enter the data value. And the description just tells us, again, what it is. So we're going to type in OR. Or we can look it up here and we can scroll through this menu and find the data value. In this case, there it is. So OR stands for standard order. So we can double click it. And if we didn't have that there, it would place it in there. And now it says hit enter. And now it took us to this menu. So again, this is just telling us what it is. So we have the command field here. the screen name up top, the little search icon here, tabs. If we click on these tabs, well, we have to input data, I guess, in order to continue in this particular screen, but we can click on tabs to get to different tabs, little check mark areas, drop down menus. So yeah, let's keep going down. I'll let you guys answer that question yourselves. So it looks like we have a new file path. We're just going to hit back to get back to the main menu. And I'm going to click this little menu here. It's going to close everything out. So again, we're going to hit logistics, materials management, purchasing, purchase orders, create, and now vendor / supply packing or plant known. Um, so if we double click, it's going to take us into this menu. And this just gives us some more information. I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of this. I'll let you guys answer that question. Okay, so now it's saying if transaction, let's see, if the transaction is using the SAP menu. Okay, so we go extra settings. Okay, so we're going to follow that. In the settings pop up. So to display technical names. So once you set this, so once you do set this up, you don't have to do it again. It's recommended that you follow these instructions and set this up before you start the next exercise. All right, so we're going to put display technical names, and then we're going to hit the check mark as it says. All right. All right, so we went ahead and did that. So now it's saying that before we had this here, and after it's going to display the technical names also. All right, let's go down. So now we're going to follow this customization path. So if you guys remember, mm, so if you guys remember, we can either A, follow this whole file path. So if we do it, let's just do it the long way first. We're going to go to, in the easy access menu, we're going to go to tools, customization, imaging, and it says execute project. We're going to double click on that. And now it's going to bring us here. So we're going to hit um, it says additional information at the top of the menu bar. Additional display key. Oh, okay. So once we enter this, it says additional information at the top of the menu bar. So it's going to be here. Additional information, display key, and image activity. So this is going to let us know CRT code. So whenever it's asking for T codes, that's one way that we can do it. So basically, when you're in this menu, you're going to click here. And if ever this ever happens to you, you can't see it, just click off and then click where additional information should be, and it works because sometimes it doesn't let you use it when you're on the application itself. So just a little, I guess, tip. So if you can't click on any of these top bar menus, click off and then click where it should be, additional information, display key, and image activity to see T codes. Um, let's see. Let me maximize this. So this is the additional information it's going to be right here. And if we click down some of these drop down menus, we can see the T codes. T codes are going to be the last four letters and or numbers. So we're going to keep scrolling down. Let's follow this file path. So we're going to come to the main menu again. So instead of doing this whole thing here, we're just going to type in SPRO, SPRO, hit enter, and then click image referencing. And that's going to take us to this part here where we can continue to financial accounting. Financial accounting. I scrolled all the way up. So it's going to be right here, financial accounting, general ledger accounting, master data, and GL accounts. Okay. And I guess it just stops there. Okay, notice that the last four characters line additional information to column. Okay, let me profit. Well, it's not showing us the additional information. In order to do that, we'd have to access the T codes. Let me maximize. Yeah, so this is what it's talking about. So that's just another way to get these T codes. And this is kind of the images, screenshot of how we can get to it. So another thing that we can do is open new GUI or graphic user interface. If we click these three little dots up here and click new GUI, we're going to open up a brand new session. And sometimes we will have to do this if we want to keep two of these sessions open. We can see both of them at the same time, multiple information. But if we no longer want to use this old one, we can just close it. We can get back to it if we need to. Okay, so it's saying the new session type OB58. It's going to bring us to this menu. So this is what the T codes are useful for. So if you see this T code here, the last four, you can just click that up top. And once you hit enter, it's going to bring you to the menu. So let's go back to the main menu. All right, let's follow this T code. So instead of doing this part here, easy access menu, tools, customization, image, execute project. Again, we can just hit S Pro, type in S Pro, and then hit enter. Image referencing. And now we can start with financial accounting. So financial accounting, general ledger accounting, and master data. Master data. Click the execute button. So it's saying click the little clock button with the check mark for define statistical key figures. So let's click on it. It's going to bring us to this menu. Notice how there are two options. You can choose to create statistical key figures and change statistical key figures. So click the X to close the pop-up window. All right, so we're going to click that. So now it's saying uh, right click on the XU button. Okay, next to define. Okay, so going to right click. Okay, and it says it brings this up. And now we're going to go to display technical info. So that's another way that you can look up the T codes. And the T codes, this is the technical number. The T code is going to be last four numbers. So in the sign objective section, transaction, you can tell. So yeah, so that's what it's looking for. I'll let you guys answer these questions. And yeah, so the point of this is just for you to get familiar with SAP and be comfortable with navigating the SAP menu because we're going to be doing a lot. So if we would have typed S Pro, we would have got to this part here, and I'm just going to click this here to follow this new file path. So again, by typing S Pro, we can skip to here. So again, we're going to go to financial accounting, general ledger accounting, master data, and GL accounts. Oh, okay. I'll let you guys answer that question. So we're going to define statistical statements. Let's see, let's go. Where is it? Financial accounting, GL accounts. Okay. So we got preparations, GL account, line item, define, strategic, create, profit, and then define key figures. Okay, so now this is what we're looking for here. And now it's saying click and display technical info. Click on the maintenance tab's objectives. Um, oh, right here. Maintain main objectives. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So once we clicked on that, I just minimized it. So once we clicked on it, it brings us to this window here. And it's, again, we got transaction codes here. We can scroll down. Oh, transaction codes for the key statistical key figures. And we can, let me maximize this again to display more information. We can see that there. Anyway, it's just another way we can get to this menu here. So we're going to go back. Oh, now it wants us to open a new GUI. So again, we're going to click the three little lines and click new GPU GUI, not GPU. So, okay. All right, so now we're going to type in the transaction code. So I think it was KK01. Was that the right one? Let me double check. Display technical info, KK0101. So it brings us to this menu here. I'm gonna hit close. Close again. T0. Wait. Um, I'm gonna close out of this. Oh. So the title of your screen should be the same. And the change, let's get to this because we, so SPR. Let's go back to this. So let's follow this file path to get back to this screen. So financial accounting, general ledger accounting, master data, GL accounts, and then it was going to be define right here. So let's use the T code. So we're going to click up here, additional information, display key, image activity. So whenever we have it minimized like this, we might have to extend the window so you can see. And if we extend this over, yeah, KK01. So that's what we had last time. So what I want us to do is to open up a new GUI and then type in KK0, that's O01. And this is the menu it's taking us to, although I can't move my screen, so I have to put this over here. KK01. Lines. Click display. So I'm not seeing the same thing. Because if we click on this little glasses, this is to display, this is to change. But we're going to keep moving forward. I'm not really sure what. I think the point of that was just to teach you that you can use the T code to get to the same menu. Let me close these guys. And let me just go back to the main menu. All right. So now we're going to follow this file path here. So again, we're going to, oh, so here we're going to go to accounting, financial accounting, accounts receivable, account, and display balances. So what is a transaction code? So because we did the, I think we went to, because we did earlier, we checked the transaction codes. We can see the transaction codes being displayed in this screen. We can see the transaction codes here. So now that we followed this file path, we can see a transaction code right there. And that's what it's asking for, the T code transaction code. So in the display customer balance, so now we're going to double click to open this screen. Um, Click customers. All right, we're already there. Field. Do not enter any information. So now it's saying press F1. All right, so now that we pressed F1, it gives us information. So after we click F1 in any field, we can see any information regarding that field. So it wants the customer's account. So um, just press F1. So we did that. What is a customer account definition? So if you push F1, you can see what the customer account definition is as it's displayed on screen. So in the performance assistant pop-up window, yeah. So now it's saying click the X, so the X to close the window. And now, okay, so yeah, it's just teaching you that whatever window you're in, if you click F1, you can see what that the description of that attribute is. All right, so we got a new navigation file path here. So again, we're going to go to, let me close. So I'm going to click this to close all the drop-down menus. So here we're going to start again, accounting, financial accounting. This time we're going to go to accounts receivable, account, and display balances. And again, because we did the thing that we can check off the display the T codes, we can see the T codes now. So if it asks for T codes, that's what it is. So in the display, so now we got to open this up and we can tell that we're in the right menu because display customer balance and display customer balance. Click inside the customer field box and notice a box with a magnifying glass appears in the field next to it. It's talking about this little magnifying glass here. So if we click on it, it's going to allow us to search. So it's saying that click search in the customer's general tab, which we are in. Um, Customer account number. So, okay, so now it's saying that, um, so now it's telling us the attribute maximum number of hits, which is down here. It tells us what it does. It wants us to enter 5,000. So we're just going to add another 5 to that. Leave all other fields blank and click Start Search. All right. So now that we entered that information, it went through the search menu, and this is what it came back with. So this will show you a list of nearly all 5,000, which is a maximum SAP will allow you to search for. So 5,000 is the maximum things you can search for. All right. Why might somebody want to use this method? I'll let you guys answer that question. All right, so now we're here. And it's saying, so click the drop-down bar near the top of the screen of search menu. This. Okay, yep. And now it's saying search term is going to be 0. And remember, we see this hash. So we're looking for search term. It's right here. Now we're going to hit The top bar was up here. I don't know if you guys saw me click on that. So we hit 0, and now pound sign is where we enter our number. Since I'm GBI 026, I'm gonna put the last two, which for me is 26, and for you it's gonna be the last two of your number. And now we're gonna drop this back down to 500, and then we're gonna hit search. And now it narrowed it down to all of um, our things associated with our number. So, okay, so leave all the search. This will allow you to search for every customer associated with your identifier. Okay, click on the tab near by customer's company code. Okay, customer's account. And so we're going back to here. Company code. Oh, up here, company code. And then company code is going to be US 00. So a lot of times you just gotta look for the stuff and where it where it's hidden. And since we search for company code US00, it's going to give us a list of every company that has this company code. And then if we go back, it's so for customers, if we click up here, now we're going to go customer. If we enter the star, let's see if it tells you what it says. That little asterisk means that everything, it's going to search for everything. Let's see if it tells you. The asterisk symbol represents a wildcard, meaning that anything before triple zero, this will show you a list of every customer that has a customer number ending with your identifier. So if we click enter, it's going to show us everybody with that ends in triple zero, or yeah. So we can see that here. So again, this is just teaching you how to use different parts of SAP, how to search certain things. So, all right, so looks like we're going back to the easy access menu. Click this to minimize all this. So now it says in the easy access menu, I'm just gonna highlight this, put it here. Did not go through. So all right, so I just copied and pasted and hit enter. So it's going to take us here. So now it says enter search text and then data value. So enter search text, data value goes here. I'm just going to copy that, paste it onto here, and you can hit enter or hit the green check mark. I just hit enter. So it's going to take us here. Now it's asking a question about the 6 transaction code. So if you just keep scrolling down, you can find that information. So let's go ahead and count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's our 6 transaction code right here. I'll let you guys answer that question as well. So now it's saying if we go back in the, copy that back into here, into this menu. Now we're going to type in material master. It's going to bring us in here. And again, I'll let you answer these questions, and it kind of repeats itself. But again, this is just for exposure to SAP and getting you guys familiar with how to navigate the menu. Continuing on, so we got a new file path to follow. So I think we have to hit S Pro, image referencing, and then financial accounting, financial accounting and global settings, ledgers, fiscal and posting periods, maintain fiscal year variance. All right, so this is what we're looking for. So now it says right click on the execute button. Variance and click. All right, so we're going to click and then display technical info. So again, we're just clicking on this little clock and then technical info. And then remember, the last four R is our T code. So click main objectives. Again, this is here. What is a transaction code? Oh, so what is a transaction code for this part here? And again, the transaction code is going to be these last four, and these two are the same. So now it's saying click back in the change view physical, click display. So display is just going to be, hold on, are we going in? Go back to technical info. So display is going to be up, up here. Yeah, so it's going to be up here in the menu that we're at. So I'll let you guys answer these questions yourself. And then coming here, system. So this is just system messaging types, um, enter date format, period 6 adjusted. So just different types of errors or you might encounter errors or caution signs or the little green check mark means that it went through. I'll let you guys read it in detail. So now we got a new navigation path. I'm going to go back all the way here. So it says SAP menu. Here's the SAP menu. We're going to go to logistics, materials, management, purchasing, purchase orders, vendor. Oh, I missed one. Create and vendor supplying plant known. So it wants to know what the transaction code. And because we did this, if you missed a step, go back and make sure you display the transaction code so you can actually answer these questions. If not, you won't be able to answer these questions. So click on the, okay, so we're going to go into this and now it says click on the organization tab. Let me see. Organization data. Let me go back. Did I click create purchase order? Yeah, okay, I'm in the right window here. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, clicked on it. Okay, now in the create purchase order screen, enter the following information. Okay, so this is kind of split here, but the attribute is going to be purchase organization. Um, not getting the same thing. Similar. We got vendor. Let me try maximizing. Maybe I can see more things. Oh, we had to click this little drop-down menu. All right, let me go back here. We got payment types, standard PO. They have a date. It's the current date. Oh, here we go. So it's going to be, we got to scroll here and it's going to be right here, organizational data. So sometimes you just have to look around or just maximize your screen to find what you're looking for. And now it's saying in the, I guess, yeah, purchasing organization, click on that. We're going to type in US 00. And sometimes it does a little search for us. We can click on it. And then it says hit enter, which we did. Uh, okay, and we got a little error, which is explaining that we're going to get right here. Double click on the error. So if you double click on the error, we can see the error. And it's asking what the error is displayed. Go ahead and answer that question. Let's go ahead and close this out. To resolve the error message, enter purchasing group. So we're going to go back into purchasing group. Oh no. In the enter purchasing group. Hmm. So now we're here. So to resolve this error, enter purchasing group. So let's find purchasing group. It's kind of organization, information, status, additional partner. Oh, purchasing group is right below. And now it says enter value N000. It's going to be North America. And now it says hit enter. All right. You receive an error message. Enter a supplier, which we got here. Um, and now it says for vendor, we need to put this information here. So when you receive the error message, enter a supplier, enter the following. Okay, so vendor. Oh, vendor up here. I'm just going to copy that, click that into vendor, and now we're going to hit enter. And we hit enter and it auto-filled this part in here. Notice here does not produce an error message, and you are now free to edit the fields, edit the rest of the fields as you wish. This means you have entered all required information data. So if you ever encounter data, if you ever encounter any errors, it's probably because you're missing some data as we just encountered. Let me see. All right, so we're going to scroll down. So in the create purchase order, which is where we're at, screen, enter the following information in the, okay, in the item overview, it's kind of hard to see everything like this. It says material. Oh, so it's going to be this right here. All right, so I'm going to copy that into material, and then short. So PO quantity, it says 1. All right. Trying to figure out where to put everything so I can see. Hmm, let me just do that. Nope, that doesn't work. So for, what's it say? For delivery date, it's going to be today's date. That's correct. And then for net price, 37.50. So 37 comma 50. And then for plant MI00. So keep scrolling down for plant MI00. All right. And we're going to hit enter once we have all that information. input format. Okay, I got an error. 37 comma 50. Not sure. Let's click view details. Uh, 37 comma. No. Okay, there we go. And okay. Okay, do not exit. Um, so it says an exit. So we're gonna click no. So we're not gonna save this document. So that was just a little tutorial how to enter information. All right. Now we're gonna go back. So yeah, once we hit back, no, we're not gonna save any of this. So again, this was just how to enter data, but we're not gonna save any of this yet. All right, so we're back here. So now it's saying system, uh, user profile, user data. So now it's saying in the maintain user profile screen, click on the parameters tab, which I'm not see oh, here it is, parameters. In the parameters tab, click on the search box. It's first empty. All right, well, that's this one right here as it shows us. Um, so yeah, search slash gap parameter ID. All right, so now in the search slash get parameter ID, we're gonna enter. I'm just gonna copy and paste this. There we go. And now it says click enter. Click the check. Oh, we gotta click the checkbox next to it. Short description currency. And all right, now we're gonna hit and oh, click hit enter. Okay, repeat steps. Okay, so now we're gonna enter down here. We're gonna hit BUK. No, BUK. Check that. Enter. So once we hit enter, we should see currency for this one. And then with this one, we should see company code. Parameter value. Oh, so now it's saying for parameter value for the first one, we're going to enter USD. And now it's saying for parameter value for BUK, we're going to enter US and pound sign is going to be our code. And we're 026. We're just putting 26 there. And now it says click save. And I'll let you answer that question there. All right. So pop-ups, controlling area. So this is just explaining pop-up. So at times there will be several times when the systems ask you to enter controlling area to clarify which controlling area. So if this does pop up, just use your type in NA and then your number. I'm 26, so I put 26. And then same thing here. Whenever it asks you for a chart of accounts, it's gonna be your chart of accounts. So GL and then your number. Again, I'm 26, so I'd put GL26 here. And just give me information about multiple screens, each step. So yeah, you can go ahead. and read through the rest of it. It's just more general information of how things happened, um, anything that might happen, how you um, resolve errors. So a lot of this, none of it was, we didn't really save anything till the end. So none of it really matters in the context of configuring just yet. This is, again, just to let you become familiar with the SAP Easy Access menu. And at the end of this folder, as you can see here, it's just a lot of questions. So if you would have saved your answers, if typed into this Word doc, you can either copy and paste your answers back here, or whenever you answer the quiz, you can kind of just go through the each question and kind of scroll down and answer every single one. But yeah, that about does it for this video in the chapter 1 configuration. I hope it helps.